Hello and welcome to the latest episode of My ArundelBiz podcast, powered by Arundel Economic Development Corporation. I'm Grayson Orfe.
And I'm Steve Adams, Marketing and Outreach Manager at AAEDC. And having recently celebrated July 4th, I'm very pleased to be introducing today's guest, Joe Giordano, founder of Project Opportunity, a free entrepreneurship training program designed solely for veterans, that's active duty, Guard Reserve personnel, and veterans who want to start their own business or expand their current small business. And it's also worth noting a program with a pretty eye-catching red, white, and blue logo. So we've got good seasonal timing here. So Joe, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to meet you guys and talk a little bit about the program.
Great. So to kick things off, could you just tell us a little bit about your personal background as well as just Project Opportunity in general, when it started, how it started, and what its mission is?
Sure. I'm a retired Master Sergeant from the United States Army. I spent 20 years in the service, and I retired in 1993. I went out and bounced around, did a couple things, started my own business. And then in 2010, I was working on a project with the Salisbury Area Chamber of Commerce, and we wanted to do something for veterans. The unemployment rate in Maryland at that time was somewhere between 14 to 18% for veterans.
Oh, wow.
And it was pretty obvious that traditional employment wasn't working very well. So we decided to run a pilot program, Project Opportunity, and offer free entrepreneurship training. The program went well. And we just continue to grow and grow.
That's great. That's awesome.
Now, honestly, that really does sound like a very powerful program, right? So, how many veterans have graduated from it since it began?
383.
All right. So,
of those graduates, 131 have registered their businesses with the state of Maryland, and they've created 236 jobs.
Awesome.
Wow.
Took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was getting ready to ask. That is awesome. And it definitely it really is a shot in the arm to the economy of Anne Arundel County. So, I mean, we didn't want to bypass this, but one, thank you for your service.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we definitely want to thank you for that, and also thank you for your service on the back end, and just helping veterans get not only jobs or anything, but just really find purpose and goals after their service in the military by just creating businesses. I really think that's an awesome thing.
Well, I mean, it's just something I think they deserve the chance to explore and see if they can do what they want to do, because in this day and this age, traditional employment just isn't for everybody anymore.
Especially after the pandemic. I mean, that's been a huge thing and a huge point of the show, that every single time we do a podcast, that's always been one of the things of how businesses pivot and how things pivot. And I think that that really is a very important point, that people want to kind of create their own destiny. So this is definitely a great program that'll help people do that.
Yeah, and we've seen in the last 3 years a large increase of veteran small business owners come through the program because for whatever reason they're struggling to sustain, or they want to expand and don't know how. So we've seen a large increase in that, and they actually end up being some of the best candidates because they've already got money invested in what they're doing. So we enjoy working with them as well.
Right. And now with that huge number in mind, the 383, this might be a tough question, but can you give us a few of the, I guess, most or more memorable graduates and businesses that they've gone on to open that you can think of?
I can definitely give you a few. Chuck Davis, who owns Kiss My Glass Windows, who's located in Annapolis. You know Chuck?
Yeah, well, I don't know him, but I know of the business
The
for
business,
sure.
yeah.
He's a graduate. Jimmy Malandato has formed a company called Helloist Defense Solutions Incorporated. He's got multi-million-dollar contracts in the defense industry
Wow.
since he started. Monifa Keynes, Queen of Spades style. She sells hair accessories, sunglasses, and fashion accessories. Adrian Somerville Consulting Group, and she's also a bestseller, Amazon bestseller, Wingspan Talent Management. And then Enrique Young, who's formed FIBA Security, and he does private security, armed and unarmed guards. Those are 5
Yeah.
of many graduates.
So that's really interesting. It sounds like a good mix of some things that are, a little bit related to military background, but some that you might not expect at all from a veteran. And one of them, a project opportunity grad, I actually had the privilege of interviewing last fall because we wrote some blogs on veteran business owners for National Veterans Small Business Week, and then also National Veterans and Military Families Month. Was Broderick Neil Feller.
Oh, yes.
He's the founder of Jammin' Together. So with all that being said, and with military families in mind, I was wondering if you could also tell us a bit more about specifically the Spouse Entrepreneurship Training Course that you guys offer, when it started, how it started, and what kind of makes it a little bit different than the standard coursework that Project Opportunity has.
Absolutely. As we got into the program and started doing some research and everything, we became acutely aware of the extremely high unemployment rate among military spouses, mainly based because they bounce around so much.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided that we would want to offer something for military spouses. And it took me about 3 or 4 years to find funding for the program. But the Philip E. and Carol R. Ratcliffe Foundation, located in Annapolis, stepped forward and gave us a 3-year grant to provide training for veterans, and we included in it our military spouse entrepreneurship training program. This is a little shorter course. Our veteran course is 10 weeks. This course is 8 weeks because we don't cover some of the topics we cover in the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little bit more, it's a little bit more tailored to, initially we wanted to focus on active duty military spouses with the type of businesses that were portable, that they could transfer from place to place. But then we also expanded it to spouses of veterans, because they had suffered sometime with their employment history due to bouncing around. And a lot of them were a little bit more settled in life, and they'd like to start some businesses. So we kind of have a mixed bag for all of our classes. I enjoy working with the spouses. They're very attentive, and they're very eager to learn because they want to get out of that unemployment trend, or just those quick hourly wage jobs they're doing from location to location.
That's awesome. And a little follow-up, I'm assuming it would be open to whether it's a female spouse or a male military spouse, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yep.
Absolutely.
So now, just to kind of get the impact of that, I wanted to know how many military spouses have graduated from the course, and who are some of the more memorable graduates that have, or graduates and businesses that are that have opened?
We only offer this course twice a year, so the number is a little bit lower, and we're in our 3rd year. But We've had a total of 25 graduates so far.
It's great.
And some of the businesses, they're a little bit more different. We have a lady named Jessica McGrath who has a jewelry studio. She makes handmade silver jewelry, and she's located in Annapolis. Kristen Earp, who has a life coaching and consulting business, who tripled her income since she's gone through the program.
Wow.
Her husband is stationed at the Naval Academy, so she's also located in Anne Arundel County.
Yep.
We have Kathleen Kilby, who started a nonprofit called Reveille Grounds, which is just getting off the ground. It's located in Baltimore. And it's going to be a veteran collaborative where veterans and their families can go in and get any type of services or assistance that they need. And she's raised a lot of money, and she's about ready to next year open her brick and mortar. And then we also have a young lady named Stephanie McLaughlin, who has a photography business. And not only are spouses eligible for this program, but we also let young adult dependents of veterans
Wow.
who may be worthwhile candidates. And Stephanie just happens to be a dependent, and her father was also a graduate of our program a couple of years ago. He has an audio recording studio, and Stephanie's got her photography building up and running.
Jeez.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now this is the thing. So we have a part of the show that is very it's very serious. The people want to know. A lot of the things that we ask. It's called our top 5. Okay. So the thing about it is that dealing with the topic that you brought today, we wanted to know what are the top 5 things that a military spouse could what are the reasons, or what are the things that they would gain from the entrepreneurship program?
Well, number one, they're going to understand the importance of business planning, because both of our courses are specifically designed to teach the participants how to write, research, and develop a comprehensive business plan. So they're going to understand the importance of business planning. They're going to learn how to conduct market research to see if there is a market for the product or service that they want to provide. They're definitely going to understand cash flow, because we're going to ask them to do a 2 to 3 year cash flow analysis as part of their business plan. They're going to understand business entities, because we'll have a lawyer come in and talk about the 4 business entities, and from a legal perspective, what they should think about before forming it, what's a good advantage, what's a bad advantage. And they will understand the importance of having a website and what to look for when they go out to find a website designer, the do's and don'ts of website design, so that they don't get ripped off in the process. I think they'll learn a lot more, but those are 5 really key points and aspects that they will learn that I think are all important for a small business owner to know.
Those are really great. Those are very spot on, because I mean, to be honest with you, starting out a business is some of those things you don't even think about. You just trying to start the business and grow it and do whatever, and you kind of take it as mistakes happen and as things come, and you try to hurry up and backfill it and all that. So just the fact that you guys are going to be covering all that stuff it's amazing. It's great.
Yeah, we use a little bit about the course. We use the Next Level curriculum, which is a nationally recognized entrepreneurship training program. And then we supplement it every week with subject matter experts that come in to do presentations on particular topics. So like I said, we have a lawyer come in and talk about the business entities. We have a commercial insurance agent come in. We have a website developer come in. We have commercial lenders come in and talk about credit for small businesses and what lenders look for when you're going out for loans. We have the small business development centers come in and give a presentation on who they are. In Anne Arundel County, we have AAEDC come in, but in each county, we ask for the economic development people to come in and talk about the programs and services they can provide for small business owners and when they're started. And we also have commercial insurance agent come in and understand and explain what commercial insurance is and why you need it.
That's great. And you, Joe, you probably have heard about our pretty similar program for, it's open to small business owners, minority owned business owners, woman and veteran business owners, which is the Inclusive Ventures program. And it's very similar, both I think in terms of the length of it and the size of the class and everything. And just hearing those top takeaways that you gave, they're really, they parallel those that we've seen business owners come away with after the Inclusive Ventures program as well. So I think it's just arming any business owner with the knowledge they need and the skills they need to, you know, get encouragement and then take all the next steps. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For my top 5 then, just with the Inclusive Ventures program in mind, I think one quality that all business owners really need and have if they're going to be successful is, you know, persistence and ambition. But I'm wondering if there are some, if you could name the top 5 qualities or skills even that you think make a veteran or a military spouse someone who's especially likely to succeed in starting or growing their business.
Absolutely. Motivation, self-discipline, the ability to multitask, the ability to solve problems, and flexibility.
Yep.
And veterans learn that every day when they're wearing that uniform. So a lot of them don't realize when they go into programs like mine or yours that they possess a lot of skills and talents that they didn't know they have. They're going to help them be successful in what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that a lot of those qualities are really attributes of being successful in life, not only in business, you know, but you know, it shows you how to really you know, take the bull by the horns and go after what you want. And you know, it's really key points to just living a great life and leading an awesome business. So yeah, those are great points.
That the flexibility one, I think that really, as Grayson said, applies across the board, because you hear that cliche statement of this isn't the exact phrase, but it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. And that really being on a daily basis, important as a business owner, as a human, everything. So
absolutely.
As a parent.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Listen, before we sign off, can you quickly tell everybody who's interested in learning more about the Spouse Entrepreneurship course and how they can apply for it, and what's the timeline for the course, and where can they learn more about it?
Yeah, we will be doing a course this fall in Anne Arundel County. We're working with the Anne Arundel Workforce Development Corporation. We're going to do the course at their location. Any interested spouse can go to our website, www.project-opportunity.com, and they can click up on top for spouse registration, and it will give them the information as far as the course schedule, when it starts, the evenings that it's on, and they can go ahead and register as a candidate to attend the orientation session. We always do a informational orientation session prior to the course to provide more information about the course. So yeah, we're looking forward to, we're hoping to be able to tap into that Fort Meade population a little bit.
Yep. That's awesome. And we'll we do a ton of cross promoting with AAEDC.
Yes.
Especially because we only have one letter difference in our acronyms there, as we're AAEDC. But in any case, on our social channels, we will certainly promote this course both on behalf of Project Opportunity and AAWDC. And just wanted to say thanks for letting us know so much about Project Opportunity, how it started, how successful it's been, and especially the Spouse Entrepreneurship Course. And thanks to everyone out there for tuning in. As a reminder, you can watch this podcast and all of our past and future podcasts on both Facebook and YouTube. And you can also listen to them wherever you get your pod. And last but not least, please be sure to follow us on all of our social media channels. That's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, so that you can stay on top of all the economic development and business development news in Anne Arundel County. And of course, keep listening and tuning into the My ArundelBiz podcast.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Joe, for joining us. And guys, we'll see you later.
It was great speaking with you. Have a nice weekend.
You too.
All right. Bye.